Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with a very, very, very important video. Especially if you are a content creator. Listen up. When you listen to this video, if you happen to come across it, make sure not only do you watch this video, not only do you listen to this video, I want you to share this video with everyone you know. Whether it's another content creator, a friend, a family member. If you are a content creator, I will leave the link in the description box and comment section. I mean, this is for anyone too, because I want to see your own commentary. Everyone needs to be talking about this. This is a very important issue that needs to be discussed, or one of the many few important issues that needs to be discussed, as in immediately. I'll do my part to share this video and this article with as many people as possible, but let me tell you, this is very important, because it's going to talk about what's been going on in social media. You know, there's this algorithm that YouTube and Twitter that have been using to detect hate speech online. But now, there's been studies that are saying that there's been hate speech algorithms that have been used only specifically to target black people. Especially if black people say anything, they're the ones that get victimized, and everyone else is left alone. But this is from Vox, the Vox news outlet. This article was by Sharon Graffi, and here, so the algorithm that's detecting hate speech is biased against black people. A new study shows that leading AI models are 1.5 times more likely to flag tweets written by African Americans as offensive compared to other tweets. This means by other people, but it seems to be targeting mostly black people. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are banking on developing artificial intelligence technology to help stop the spread of hate speech on their networks. The idea is that complex algorithms that use naturally language processing will flag racist or violent hate speech faster and better than human beings possibly can. Now, the beginning sounds like something that would be good, because we don't want hate speech hurting people. But then again, at the same time, I mean, yes, you also want to make sure that this technology does not violate First Amendment rights. But we do also need something to deal with hate speech when it's actual hate speech. Doing this effectively is more urgent than ever in the light of recent mass shootings and violence linked to hate speech online. Yes, because the hate speech online can be used to motivate people to do criminal acts like mass shootings. But now we're going to go to the problem that's affecting mostly black people on social media. And it says here that two new studies show that AI trained to identify hate speech may actually end up amplifying racial bias. In one study, researchers found that leading AI models for processing hate speech were 1.5 times more likely to flag tweets as offensive or hateful when they are written by African Americans, and 2.2 times more likely to flag tweets written by African American English, which is commonly spoken by black people in the U.S. So it's mainly targeting black Americans. ADOS. We're the ones that's being targeted the most on social media by these algorithms. These are also the same algorithms on these websites that is being used to block our channels from being, spread so that more people will subscribe to us. I mean, just look at the examples. They've targeted people like Tariq, Professor Black Truth, Lisa Cabrera, and many other people, to the point where some of them even went to court to sue these social media outlets and won their cases, or the social media outlets were forced to bring their channels back or their videos back. Now, let's continue on. Another study found similar widespread evidence of racial bias against black people in 5 widely used academic data sets for studying hate speech that totaled around 155,800 Twitter posts. This is a large part because what is considered offensive depends on social context. Terms that are slurs when used in some settings, like the N-word or queer, may not be in others, but algorithms and content moderators who grade. See, that's another thing. You got biased moderators, actual people who moderate behind the scenes in the headquarters of some of these social media platforms. And don't think that there are some who are biased towards black people. Moderators who grade and test data that teaches these algorithms how to do their job don't usually know the content of the comments they're reviewing. But like I said before, you also got biased moderators that will. Remember, there was a YouTube employee that got in trouble for being racial bias. I'm not sure if they fired that guy. Both papers present at the recent prestigious annual conference for computational linguistics show how natural language processing AI which is proposed as a tool to objectively identify offensive language, can amplify the same bias that human beings have. They also prove how the test data that feeds these algorithms have baked in bias from the start. So it's the people who make these algorithms, they want to actually use them as an excuse to target certain people they may not like. In other words, they're just full-blown preparing to censor anyone not because they did something wrong, but because they just don't agree with them. And that's been going on in Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all these other platforms. No one knows, I bet someone does, for sure if the content moderation system that Facebook, Twitter, and Google use show actually the same bias. Yes, they do. Towards black people, yes, they do. All of them have been accused of attacking. There's been articles from the past that said, or from people's videos that said that these people have been very biased. The same bias in these studies. The technology these companies use to moderate content is proprietary, but the tech giants often turn to academics for guidance on how to better enforce standards around hate speech. First of all, I do not believe in censorship of any speech. You want your people open so you'll be more alert to do something. So if top researchers are finding flaws, I don't think they're just flaws. I think some of them flaws are done purposely because, like I said, they don't want certain people speaking the truth. Finding flaws in widely used academic data sets that present a significant problem for the tech industry at large. Anecdotally, activists have sometimes accused platforms like Facebook of policing the speech of Black Americans. That's because these platforms have been censoring people for no reason. Some of them for no reason. Like, these people are just speaking the truth or just bringing an opinion. They're not being hateful, but because Facebook or YouTube don't like your opinion, they'll just censor you for no reason at all. The speech of Black Americans more stricter than that of white Americans. See, they've been policing and censoring black people more than they've been censoring other people, especially white people. In one notable case reported on by Reveal, a black woman was banned from Facebook for posting the same Dear White People note that many of her white friends posted without suffering any consequences. See, there you go again, bias. But these experiments provide quantitative data to suggest that these actions are not isolated incidents, but instead emblematic of a wider issue on how offensive content is policed on social media. It's also being used as a tool to commit censorship to attack people from speaking the truth or people that they disagree with. I'm not going to read this whole article, but you can if you want to. I will leave the link in the description box and comment section. I will try to also share this article and share my video on this article to anyone who is interested in seeing what is going on. But yes, this is a problem. They are being very biased. See, I don't have to read the whole thing, but yes, we know the bias of these articles. I mean, not of this article, but of these algorithms created by these tech companies like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. And that a specific group of people, meaning us, including black people, mostly black people, are being targeted. I'm not saying that other people are also being targeted, but like it says right here, we are more likely, if you are black like myself, you are more likely to be targeted than anyone else. It's just like with real policing. They are more likely to be pulled over by the cops than any other individual if you are a black person. No matter what you are, if your skin color is darker, you're most likely more of a target. But I will leave like I said, I will leave the link to this article in the description box and comment section. Like I said, everyone needs to talk about this. Leave your comment, and I really mean it. Leave your comment in the comment section of what you think about this very important situation. And also, make sure you like that button that helps with notification, because I want as many people reading this, watching this video, and going to this article from Vox and reading this article. This is also a reason why we need our own platforms, or we need to support the platforms we do have, like this one right here. This one is called blackshares.net. Now this is my account, but this is blackshares.net. Now recently I found out, and I might do this and talk about this again in a separate video, they now have a blacksharestv.net, where it's kind of like a YouTube, where you put videos. So they got that now. I think this is Boyce Watkins' website. I'm not sure. I gotta find out myself. Tell me in the comment section. But this is their recent new addition to the BlackShares.net company. Now they got their own YouTube style website. Of course, you also have this one right here, BlackJunction.tv, and then you also have BlackJunction.com. Alright, these are websites we need to support. Both be there, do content there, and also financially support them. We also need to financially support these websites. Sorry about that. Hold on. Alright, here it is. Sorry, it took a while to load, but yes. See, these are websites we need to support. These are websites that represent us. We need to also financially support them. So, if you use the premium accounts, donate money to them, because, you know, they don't get sponsors. I just, by the way, this is just the login page for if you've yet to get a BlackShares, account. But yeah, I'll probably leave the link to some of these websites. I also might leave links to my accounts, so you can try to follow me on there. Also, as you know, let's see right here. Hold on, give it a second. Black Junction has been, hold on, let me bring it, make sure it comes up. I know this video is long, but this needs to be talked about. But you see here, Black Junction is trying to get streaming in, and they really need our help. I've donated some money in the past and might donate some more money in the future. But they need to get this amount because, and I even watched a video from the owner saying that he really needs help getting more people to support the website, because the worst case scenario is within the next few months we end up losing the website because of financial issues, and that must not happen. I might do a separate video on that, about what's going on, about this one video that I looked at. But see, if we're having these algorithm problems from sites like YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, then it's time, that's telling us it's time to start supporting our own websites. Of course, there's others. There's apps like Blitter, app that's kind of like Twitter. There's, you know, Blackspace, and there's many others. Maybe I might talk more about them in future videos. Now back to this. These algorithms are being used by these non-black owned, mostly used by these non-black owned websites or social media platforms. They're using this algorithm, and it's mostly targeting black people because they don't like what we're saying, especially if we're not shucking and jiving or doing stupid stuff to embarrass ourselves, and we're actually doing things to help the community. They will use the algorithms to take us out. And that's why, once again, we need to start coming over here to Black Junction TV and other websites like BlackSharesTV.net. And then here's another one, Black Enough. See, this is another website people should check out. Black Enough. I even have an account on here too, which I'll leave the link to on my list of accounts. I haven't created a blackshares.tv. I have a blackshares.net account, but not a blacksharestv.net account, which I'll probably create one very soon and maybe talk more about it in another video. But this is why we need our own websites. I'll even leave the link to some of these websites in the description box and comment section. But yes, also make sure you share this video and share this article as well. But this is a very situation. You got these algorithms attacking, being biased against black people. And then we'll also, and this is why we need more to support our websites like this, and we also need to come here and finance our own websites. I'll leave a link to this GoFundMe page as well to see if y'all want to help donate, because they really need our help. Black Junction really needs our help. But yeah, like I said, leave in the comment section what you think about what's going on. That's all I have to say for now. Also, make sure you subscribe. This is J-Dog. Thank you for listening to this very important video. Everyone needs to talk about this. Everyone needs to go to those sites I just mentioned and support them. And also, and speaking of this algorithm situation that's being used by Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, everyone needs to talk about this. And why we need to support websites like Black Shares and Black Junction. Like I said, this is all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.